Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today is a Friday, and it's probably my favorite day because every Friday I'm building Rouge deck, and for this Friday I just decided to build this Gyarados deck and play with it because with this deck you can have a lot of fun, and it's also very competitive, to be honest. It can swing hard. It can swing for like 180, which is a lot. Plus, you can also move the damage counters around the board. You can also fly flip around the board. So this deck actually has a lot of potential to be good. Probably it's not strong as the last year Gyarados from the Ancient Origins, but this Gyarados is also very interesting. I mean, Venting Anger, this attack does 50 damage for each Magikarp in your discard pile. Splash Burn, this attack does 30 damage to each of your benched Pokemon. So technically, if we are in a price disadvantage with adding counter energy, we can also splash and burn, which could be potentially devastating blow for our opponent. Overall, I kind of like this Gyarados because of the first attack. For just a single double course energy, this attack does 50 damage for each Magikarp in your discard pile, and that's it. So, a lot of fun with this deck. I'm playing 4 Magikarps with the Submerge ability that says as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, you can prevent all damage done to the Magikarp by your opponent attacks, so that's a very nice ability. Obviously, we're not gonna even try to bother using that Waterfall evolution and search our deck for the Gyarados and evolving that Magikarp, and also for 3 energy. That's just ridiculous. 2 Remoraids and 2 Octilleries, obviously for the Abyssal Hand. In addition to that, I'm running 1 copy of Tapu Lele with that magical swap ability attack that can be powered up with the counter energy. There are 2 Tapu Kokos as well, and also Tapu Lele-GX, one as a tag for that Wonder tag. And overall, that's it. That's the 15 Pokemon on this deck list. There are also 39 training cards and 6 energy cards. We can potentially squeeze even in this deck, maybe Shaman for the counter knockout against our opponent, Lapras, for example. We can also maybe add Hoopa, but I just decided not to attempt attacking so many different Pokemons just for the consistency purpose. And also in the early game, being able to fly flip a couple times can allows us to swing hard with the Venting Anger and then simply, finish the game with the magical swap. And if our opponent needs to take 6 prize cards, it's going to be a hard time for him anyways. Moving on to the item cards, I'm running 2 copies of Counter Catchers, so very powerful card. If our opponent is 1 prize ahead of us, we can use Counter Catcher and catch one of his benched Pokemons, which is very good for this type of the deck. 2 Enhanced Hammers for a little bit of disruptions. 1 Field Blower. Even taking an additional Field Blower is not bad, especially if you're going to attempt the tournament where you're expecting to see a lot of Garbodors. That's my advice. Running also 4 copies of Puzzle of Time with 4 copies of Rescue Stretcher because this is a very important card for this deck. 1 special charge for the Energy Recycle, 4 copies of Ultra Ball with 3 copies of Brooklet Hill for that Pokemon setup, 3 of each Choice Band and Flowstone for the free retreat and extra damage. And then moving on to the supporter line, I'm running 1 copy of the Brigette in addition to 3 Brooklet Hills. 3 copies of Cynthia, 3 copies of N, and 3 copies of Professor Sycamore for the draw support, and also 2 copies of the Guzma, so we can have that Guzma play onto one of our opponent and bench Pokemons, as well as 6 energy cards, 2 counter energies, and 4 double colorless energy cards. If you're looking for any of these cards, make sure to check ccgcastle.com. Link is provided in my video description. Make sure also to check me on the Twitch. You can also hit the follow on the Twitch, and you should also consider subscribing to my channel and hit the likes up if you already didn't for this video. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see this deck in action, so see you in the game. Alright, so let's see who's gonna start first, and looks like I'm gonna start first. So the first opening hand looks sweet, really can't say nothing against. I have Tapu Koko, I have Tapu Lele for also additional support if I want. There is also one Brigette in my hand, so I can have powerful setup with the Brigette. I'm gonna go with something like this. I need some Gyarados. I need some Magikarps in my discard pile. Unfortunately, one Magikarp unfortunately is already in my prize cards, so I'm not gonna be able to strike for a lot of damage counters. But in the early stage of the game, I'm gonna try to fly flip around the board, which is gonna be very important. But first, I need to get that double course energy in play. That's a very important thing. And there's a first Ultra Ball for my opponent, and he decided to grab himself Tapu Lele. As long as I can basically control the amount of the item cards in my discard pile, I'm not gonna be in a position to worry about winning or losing this game, which is a very important thing. Oh, actually, yeah, I mean, even with the Zoroark, it's not gonna be super effective anyways. So, top deck is a Gyarados, which is a very nice top deck, obviously. But more than that, I'm gonna go with the Cynthia. And I'm not gonna get... Okay, we're gonna go with first Ultra Ball, and that Ultra Ball needs to be for extra Pokemon. Let it be Remoraid, so I can have greater chance to pull that energy card, which is very important. Not the counter energy, unfortunately. Not the counter energy, unfortunately. So we're gonna go with the pass. Or actually, why I shouldn't go with that Splash Burn. Theoretically, I can even, you know, if I'm gonna be in a price disadvantage, use the Splash Burn and hit my opponent for like 190 in tier with one of my choice bends. So that's also not bad at all. There's a Malo play for my opponent, and that's gonna be a Zoroark GX trade play. 150 HP is a lot, so I don't need to worry too much about being one hit knocked out. A Float Stone as well. A double course energy, and this is also Enhanced Hammer play and attack for like 100. That was a decent play for my opponent, really it was. I mean, nothing to say against that. Obviously I'm gonna retreat because he's depending on the top deck, and I'm gonna go with my Cynthia. And finally there's a double course energy. So, should I go with the Brooklet Hill? Obviously not. I'm just gonna see on top of the cards I have. Alright, not bad. Abyssal Hand for one, maybe I can get Choice Band so I can have more damage to the active Zoroark, but not gonna happen. One Fly Flip. There's 100 damage in play for now. One more round of the Fly Flip and one Tapu Lele play can be very devastating for my opponent. So there's a trade. He's trading that Puzzle of Time for extra 2 cards, and if there's not going to be supporter or basic Pokemon, I'm going to survive this turn, which is going to be very important. Okay, so he played the Brooklet Hill just because he can. There's a Guzma play, and it's going to be for my Octillery. Alright, so he's looking forward to knock my Octillery out. Luckily I have Rescue Stretcher available immediately to use it in my hand. That's going to be a very important play. So my opponent is in one prize advantage. He have one prize advantage. We're going to go with the Rescue Stretcher for now, and that's just going to be for Octillery. More than that, I have 0 Magikarps in my discard pile, but somehow I'm thinking about doing this, and also Cynthia. Very nice, there is a Choice Band as well. And we're gonna go with the one Fly Flip. So there is 200 plus damage counters in play, which is a very important thing, especially for that damage swap play. No doubt about that. First, I'm gonna need to get rid of that rubbish from my opponent bench with that floatstone. It's a very problematic for now. Oh, so he discarded one double course energy. Alright, I'm gonna need that Field Blower sooner or later, and it's gonna be very important to get one. Oh, also, Rainbow Energy discarded. I'm wondering where are my Enhanced Hammers when I need them. So there is one energy, there is one Wonder Tag play. Probably, maybe it might be for Guzma. Who knows? He might just want to go for another round of Octillery, but he just decided to go with the Cynthia. All right. I just hope he's gonna miss that. I don't know why he didn't want to go for another Zoroark. Maybe he didn't have additional Zoroark. Who knows? 2 trash lands already in the discard pile. He might just completely brick right now, but at least he's gonna have that knockout available. But for me, something like a Tapu Lele would be amazing because, oh, or maybe not, there's a Trash Lange Garbodor in play. Alright, I have Rescue Stretcher always available, which might be a big deal. No, that's actually not a Trash Lange, that's a Garbotoxin Garbodor, who's not a big threat. I need to somehow knock out those 2 Zaruas from my opponent bench. That's gonna be very important, so I'm gonna need to manipulate somehow damage counters around the board. Technically, I can take 3 knockouts next turn if my opponent will not be able to evolve one of those 2 Zoroarks, which might be a potentially big turn for me. And I'm also gonna be in a position to decrease my opponent damage by a lot. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what's gonna be the top deck. Obviously, he's playing Puzzle of Time. I'm not sure if he's taking any 2 cards from his discard pile. If he do that, he's probably gonna bring that Enhanced Hammer as well, so he can knock my double course energy from that Tapu Koko on the bench. Alright, not a big deal. We can always recover them by the special charge play. I have only 1 more counter energy left, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get all of the cards that I need. And there is also additional energy in my discard pile as well. So the top deck is a special charge, which is a nice top deck. And then I'm gonna go with 1 Rescue Stretcher, so I can recover that Tapu Koko and put him back into my hand. After that, I'm gonna play 1 Ultra Ball. And obviously with that Ultra Ball, I'm gonna grab myself 1 Magikarp, so I can discard him. Two puzzles. Okay, that's good, because I can grab that double course energy. I'm just trying to find a way somehow to... What's gonna be the best option there? The best option there would be maybe to go for the knockout against that Garbodor on the bench. Unfortunately, I can't swing for a lot, but I have puzzle available, so I can hit for 80 with my Gyarados, which is actually not that bad at all. I can also take 2 prize cards versus those Zaruas on the bench with my Tapu Koko as well. That might be better. That might be a better solution, to be honest. And I can also play that Counter Catcher, so that might be even worse for my opponent. So let's go with that Fly Flip, shall we? Okay, so that damage for the Zoroark is going to be decreased, and there's another Magikarp. That's important play as well. And there's Enhanced Hammer. Alright, 2 powerful cards right now for me. I still have 2 Puzzle of Times remaining. And right now this looks much better, because My opponent cannot go for more like 100 damage at this moment. He is also under the ability lock. He locked himself. So yeah, he also have 2 Puzzle of Times already played. I have Enhanced Hammer available to knock one of his special energies for the next turn. Obviously, he can maybe try to retreat and use Tapu Cure, so I need somehow to prevent him from using that as soon as possible. There is like 9, 18, 24, 27, 270 damage in play. Oh, damn it, that's a roller. So this might actually be Tapu Cure play. No, he decided to go with that Zoroark Rainbow Energy for his Trubbish and Bursting Balloon attached. Alright, and another Puzzle of Time has been played. Okay, that's a very important thing, just because right now he can't recover any of the cards from the discard pile with another Puzzle of Time. That's a very important play. I'm gonna get 80 damage from that Radius Beating. I have Guzma available, which means only one thing. I'm gonna knock that Avalanche energy out. I'm not gonna play. I can play M, but I feel how this might be better idea. At least I hope it's gonna be better idea. I'm gonna retreat. And for now, 2 puzzles remaining. For now, I'm gonna go with another round of the Fly Flip. There we go. Okay, 190 to 20, 260. So I didn't even starting to attack with my Gyaradoses. Oh, interesting. There's a Brigette. And I know that the other card in his hand is a Tapu Lele, so it's my turn. Alright, that was a very nice play. Alright, so we're gonna recover that Tapu Lele back. Do I need Guzma? Actually, I don't. I'm gonna go for the Tapu Lele baby one with the magical swap. Unfortunately, I cannot use ability of the counter energy for now, but I can swing my opponent hard here for the knockout with this Gyarados, because I have enough Magikarps in the discard pile for the knockout against Trubbish, and that's a very important knockout. So it's only 50, but hey, it doesn't matter, right? There's another Octillery. I really need to start applying as much pressure as I can, especially to that Zoroark. That Zoroark is workable on the bench. It does not have too many HP left anyways, so... only one Magikarp. Okay, I need a couple more Magikarps. I need somehow to pull them out from the deck. Battle Compressor would be nice to have in this build, because you could just discard 3 Magikarps with a single Battle Compressor and already had like 100 and something damage in play. So, Choice Band has been discarded as well. Oh, I wish, there's a Bursting Balloon, so that's gonna be retreat. Oh, there we go with the N. Alright, so I'm just searching for the one card, and that's a... Oh, 2 Float Stones? Okay, we're gonna have a huge advantage of using those Float Stones, no doubt about that. Especially if I can get Ultra Ball and Magikarp in my hand with that end play. But I just need one card, and that one card is a Field Blower, so I can have... Ooh, this might be a Tapu Cure GX, and it is Tapu Cure GX. Oh, well play. A Counter Energy. It came a little bit too late, I should say. With the counter energy, I can pay retreat. Yeah, I'm gonna be greedy. Oh, seriously? Just 2 more double cores energy cards? Yeah, okay, I'm fine. I'm hitting with the Waning Anger anyways, and it's another 50 damage. Very problematic turn for my opponent. He does not have too many Pokemons available on the bench. The basic amount of damage that he can deal with the Zoroark is going to be just 60 for now. There's another Ultra Ball, which might be for another Pokemon, so that might be for like 80. But he have at least clean, fresh Zoroark available, and compared to me, I just need those Magikarps somehow in my discard pile, but unfortunately I don't have them. Two Rainbow Energies and one is in play, so that's 3 Rainbow Energies in total, and also 2 Double Course Energies, 1 in discard pile, 1 in play. So when I count that, it means that my opponent don't have too many resources available. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. So if he decides to attach Double Course Energy to Tapu Lele, he can swing for like 140, for example, which is a lot. In that case, I'm probably just gonna retreat my Gyarados on the bench anyways. I still have 2 Puzzle of Time remaining, so that's going to be very important sooner or later. But the thing that I need right now is that Field Blower. I simply need Field Blower because this Garbodor is hurting me a lot. I cannot use advantage of the Beazle hand. And who knows, maybe sooner or later my opponent will just decide to go for a knockout against that Octillery on the bench as well. But at least I have 2 Gyarados, which is very important. Still, my opponent needs to take 4 prize cards, and he still have only 9 cards remaining, which is a big disadvantage for him as well. And he might still have 1 Acerola left somewhere. And another Tapu Lele, so he's just trying to increase amount of the damage that he can deal to my Gyarados. Right now he can strike for like 100, and that's enough for the double hit knockout. Oh, Pearl City, he played that Pearl City. That was a very clever play. Radio's bidding for 80. Still, it's not even bad to retreat on the bench. In my case, it's not, because I can have A damage counters available. But I can't do that, unfortunately. Alright, never mind. Let's just hit for 30 because of the Pearl City. Damn it. Alright, Radio's bidding for 80. I took 80, I'm knocked out, but at least I have 2 Magikarps right now in my discard pile, and that's an important thing. Especially because I managed to pull 1 more Magikarp. Well, the question is, should I go with my Fly Flip? Or should I just... If I go with the Fly Flip... 80 times 2, it's 160, so it's still not enough. We're going to use... one round of the Fly Flip. We're gonna go with the 1 round of the Fly Flip, then we're gonna go with 1 round of the Tapu Lele, Wonder Tag, and obviously Energy Drive, and then we're gonna go with the Gyarados. So Radio's bidding for 80. My opponent is 1 prize in advantage over me. Counter Energy, I pull it right now. I can get knocked against the Garbodor if I want. And that's gonna be a huge play. But I think I'm gonna lose because of this move. Probably. Alright, let's just move all of the damage. Or should I just move all damage to the Zoroark? There is 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm hitting for like 100. Minus 20. Still he can't knock out my Tapu Lele anyways, so that's okay for me. Yeah, he can go for the 1-hit knock against the Tapu Lele anyways. And I don't know if he have Acerola available. That might be... How many Guzmas did he play? Nah, tell you what. 70, 110. It's very tricky because I don't know what I'm gonna top deck, so I'm just gonna go for the knockout against. I'm not gonna bother with the Zoroark anyways. I'm just gonna move 10 damage to the Tapu Lele on the bench because I'm hoping to pull knockout against that. Yeah, but for that I'm gonna need counter, not a counter engine, but counter catcher as well. Yeah, okay, we're gonna take the gamble there, anyways. Brooklet Hill, if I only knew I'm gonna get Brooklet Hill, I probably wouldn't go with something like that. Anyways, we're both equaled with the prize cards. There's a Trubbish, my opponent have block on the bench. He cannot bench more than 3 Pokemons, which means there's no way that he can knock out my Tapu Lele, which is a very important thing. And I might be able somehow to win this game. There's a Flowstone as well. And what's gonna be the next play for my opponent? Will he maybe decide to retreat down to Trubbish? It makes no sense, but who knows? Maybe he decided to do that. I have 2 Magikarps, and I'm gonna have Tapu Lele for Sycamore, obviously. So there's a trade. I think I'm gonna have enough for the knockout, or maybe not. 150. With 1 counter catcher, possibly it will be enough for the knockout. It's just depending on the top deck. If I drew top deck, so he decided actually to retreat and try to use Acid Spray. Oh, there's a Guzma play for my Tapu Koko. Actually, that's a very nice, as long as it's not Octillery. I think he actually made maybe a mistake here. Oh, he can't even go for Octillery knockout. Choice band. Alright. Alright, let's see. The top deck is... Oh, the worst possible top deck. Actually, a puzzle of time. Literally. That was actually the worst possible top deck. But Tapu Lele Wonder Tag ability for Professor Sycamore, and I do have Counter Catcher available that I can use. Is there anything else that I can grab? Pretty much no. A Bezel Hand for the Floatstone. Okay. And then I'm forced to use the Sycamore for 7. And I'm taking the last 7 cards, and I have victory secured in my hand. That was hilarious, literally. Venting Anger for 180, more than enough for the knockout against Tapu Lele. Probably right now my opponent is thinking, what the heck was going on in this game? That was such an intense game, but overall at the end, I managed to win just by, you know, getting that Gyarados in play. Very nice play overall. I kind of like this deck. It's not expensive at all. I mean, you don't even need to have that Tapu Lele in play, but obviously right now Tapu Lele was the MVP card, you know, because it allows me to get that Sycamore for 7. If I didn't have that Sycamore, who knows what would happen, but also that Counter Catcher. I mean, there's a lot of cards that actually helped a lot. The worst possible thing was when I just, you know, top decked that Puzzle of Time. I was thinking, well, the game is over, but actually at the end I managed to get somehow victory. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and sub to the channel for more videos. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this deck list. We'll see you next time. So till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.